The 181's proposal was absolutely perplexing, but it in fact was totally embracing the ambitious, bold experimental ideas that Locus supports. We invite artists to take risks and push at the boundaries of what art is. We typically think of artists as being solitary figures in their studio. We don't always think of them perhaps in the way that scientists in the lab work, but in fact, the idea of art as collectives, artists coming together collaboratively under a similar aesthetic, is a long-standing tradition in art history. The 181 really takes that collaborative spirit and extends it to anyone and everyone who encounters them and their work. Our Art on the Move series has typically been in spaces of transit, bus stops, bus wraps. The 181 took the idea of art on the move so literally that they took art to the far reaches of Miami-Dade County.
I wanted to be a lighthouse keeper as a child.
A lighthouse keeper?
181 took their collaborative collective experience and they invited others to experiment with them. They invited the public that they came across in their journey across Miami to become part of their experimental process.
Places in which natural flows happen, we're really interested in. And so coming to Miami, thinking about how things move and the traces that they've left behind, we kind of pick up on those traces. And then in some ways, maybe we reactivate them in a way that seems fitting for the work that we do.
I mean, there's one thing to read about places, but then to come and see how porous things are here. I mean, all this movement, the manatee under the police car,
right.
and then
I never expected to say, like, where's a good place to look for manatees? Well, you know the BP station out in Route 1, just like half a block from there. And okay, I could get gas too.
yeah.
We're under this program or title of Art on the Move, which I think is very appealing to us. The fact that we get out and our work really is so site-specific. We take such influence from where we are as opposed to constructing something super choreographed and repeating that in institutional space. Like, we love that, but we love the freedom that I think this afforded.
You set?
Yeah, we're good.
The 181 brought together other creatives and collaboratives as part of this hot lava session with a number of other musicians and collectives as part of their project here at Locus. The 181 invited another collective, Cose Cosmiche, from Italy to join them in their experiments and observations during their residency here at Locust, expanding again the practice and that collaborative spirit.
From the beginning of our first encountering the artists in this group, their interest and willingness to discuss cosmic matter. That's where our hearts and minds, I think, have melded and met with them. And so totally, they were the people that we wanted to meet in Florida, where one of the things that struck us so much about this environment is that way that the land becomes the sea, becomes the land, becomes the sea. And so that actual uncertainty in the planet, in a way the planet is made, that's like, we have to be here with them.
Ho imparato molto da loro, ho imparato questa libertà che avevano tra di loro di muoversi e non avrei fatto quello che ho fatto stasera senza averli osservati e ascoltati, per cui sapevo che venire qui e lavorare con loro sarebbe stato solo un arricchimento.
Il lavoro dei 181 ti costringe ad un approccio completamente diverso, ad un approccio che ti mette in gioco alle loro regole che non sono assolutamente scritte, che sono regole che compaiono nell'atto del fare.
Hanno una capacità di rendere delle cose semplici e profondissime, riescono a cambiare il tempo e lo spazio delle percezioni di quello che fanno. Penso che, scusa, io parlo. E poi Locust, una scoperta bellissima, non lo conoscevamo, e sapere che è uno spazio che da così tanto tempo abbiamo chiesto molto, perché ci interessa molto per capire anche questa esperienza, come portarla da noi, perché anche in Italia gli spazi non commerciali e sperimentali non durano così tanto.
Everyone is an instrument of observation to some degree, and they're using different instruments of observation, and we switch back and forth between that mode of observing and taking in information and then transmitting it and sharing it, and so always that switch back and forth. It's like a toggle back and forth between observing and translating or transmitting, and that's a crucial part of this whole thing for all of us, I think.